Hello and welcome back to Jazz Creates. I'm Jasmine and this is episode 2 of my Beginner's Guide tutorial series. In the last episode, we started our new city and we came up with a really nice layout. We also started our city with a profit. And in this episode, we are going to expand to a new area. We're going to start with a new agricultural area. So you will need the Industries DLC for this. But if not, that's okay. I still think this would be a beneficial video for you. So without further ado, we will get started. All right, we are back in Windfield. This is the name of the map that we are using. We have yet to name this city, so if you have any suggestions, I know there's really nothing to go off of other than, the scenery. We have really nice, island or mountain over there. There's some mountains kind of in the background, and there's this river that kind of runs through our map. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, you can use that for some inspiration, but yeah, we are back in Windfield, and while oh my gosh, while we were away, I decided to go ahead and purchase the area across the highway over here. So I just want to take a look at our natural resources over here. So we do have quite a bit of opportunity here to create some farmland. I think this would be a really nice addition for our town. People can come this way. They don't have to worry about getting all these agricultural trucks in their neighborhood. Instead, they can come this way, and yeah, that actually might be really good. I also wanted to add some more just some more personality to our city. We don't really have anything here to make it unique. And yeah, I just think there are a couple of things that we could do to kind of pretty this up a little bit. I think maybe the first thing would be removing some of these power lines. We really don't need any of these, actually. Maybe we might need those up there, but I think we're safe to remove this set here. Yeah, let's remove that. And this, I don't think this needs this, actually. Yeah. Let's see how that, there we go. Yeah, cool. So, there are some ways to kind of give some more personality to your city. One of the easiest things that you can do is simply adding more trees. There are some roads that come with trees. We don't have them yet. When will we get them? Okay, at 5,500 we'll be able to add some roads with trees, but one thing you can do is you can change the trees that come with the road, so you're not stuck with the same trees that the game provides. Maybe you're in a tropical map and you want to put some palm trees. That is one way that can really add some personality to your city. Another thing we can do is we can actually be really selective on what buildings we want in our areas. So, for example, maybe I don't want to have a gas station right here. I actually think a gas station is perfect right there on the corner. But, maybe we don't want to have this sort of Denny's looking building. We can delete it and see what populates. This one here, I'm not like crazy about it. Kind of, it's like, what is that supposed to be? Like and why does it have so many parking spots? It says a general store, but you know, we could remove that and see. When you do remove buildings like that, there will be people there and they will just walk to the sidewalk and, you know, go about their day. So I like this one here. This is like, it looks like a Dollar Tree / Burger King combo with some tables and chairs. That's actually kind of neat. But yeah, these are some things that we can do to, you know, make our city feel more like ours. And another thing that you can do is if you want to keep a building like looking exactly like that and not leveling up, you would just click on it, go to its menu, and check this box here for historical building. I'm not going to do that because I don't mind this building being leveled up. But as your buildings get upgraded, they will change. Usually they'll get taller. They won't be, you know, these one level buildings here, and they'll look nicer. Like these are a little like, you know, kind of like fast food places, laundromats. So they'll kind of look a little nicer. They might look more like department stores and things like that. So another thing too is I like to remove buildings that look exactly the same that are right next to each other. It's just something that the game does a lot of the time, which I don't actually see anything like that right now, but I mean, you can see we have a lot of these big bite buildings. You know, we could remove those. These two buildings are really similar, these ice cream buildings. Those are just some things to keep in mind. But, you know, before, or one thing we can do instead is we can actually place down some assets. So an asset would be something like this, like a park. This botanical garden is a nice one. I actually really like this one. And let's say it's pretty expensive, so I actually don't want to place this down yet. But I probably would, if I was going to place it down, I probably would put it here because it's right in the middle. It's across the way from our park, which sort of fits with, you know, what would be around a botanical garden. One thing I really wish the game had was I wish it had like more museum assets. We have like a library and we don't really have like a museum. And I think like a museum and a botanical garden, they just go really perfectly together. And I wish the game had that. But alas, we have to work with what we have. So yeah, so we need more of everything, really. I'm just going to continue our neighborhood, and I'm using the road guidelines here to add on to my neighborhood of Brookhaven. And I'm just going to continue with these blocks that I've made. These are kind of larger blocks, but that's okay. We could break this up with another road, but I don't really think that's necessary. I'll just add some more. And instead of putting more homes here, I think I will put in another park. Let's put in the large, how about we do this? How about we put the playground right there? And you can see that the playground has these paths. You can extend those if you want to. Well, that one's like a concrete one. I think is it this one? It might be this one that extends our path. So that's a gravel path there. So, you know, things like that we can do to make it better. This one over here, we could, you see the guidelines that are connected. You can just use those to add on to your park that you've made. So, you know, I could even place some more trees here, and this could be the entire park. The only thing is that sometimes it can be a little weird with some of the I guess the ends to it. Like it does that, like it's not exactly straight, but you know, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And you know, we can place some different trees in here, like this one maybe if we want. These are taller trees. I don't really want those. I have these content creator trees that I really like. And this one, this oak one is really nice because it's really large. So I like to use these as well. This just kind of just adds a little bit different trees in here. So not every tree looks, you know, exactly the same. Which, you know, you do see that with parks especially. So then I think I will place, yeah, let's get this tree in here. I like this tree too. There we go. So that added a little bit more to our park area. And that is without the Park Life DLC. You can just do that with the base game and expand your parks. So I forgot to connect some water for our friends here, so I'm gonna do that now. And let's see, did I put a row? Yeah, let's add a row here. And I think, wonder if we need to add any. Yeah, let's go ahead and we will put a fire station over here. And I'll just add in some more residents there. All right, so in the last episode at the very end, I said that I was going to make this connection here a roundabout. So to do that, we will open up our roads menu and find this road here, the 2-lane one-way road. And we're just going to use this guideline to guide us. I'm just going to go to my curved road option. We're going to use this other guideline for the road we're connecting to. This is the halfway point. We're going to click that, and then that should make our curve. We're going to do the same thing on these other sides. This is a little bit awkward here. It does look a little awkward, but why does it look that way? I guess the road is just kind of like that. So then we'll just delete this. Oh, I see. It's like that because this is so short, and then I think, I don't know, the roads I have are not exactly in the middle, like in the proper like symmetrical is what I'm trying to say. So that's why it looks a little awkward. You know, I could fix that, but I really don't want to. I'd have to replace all of this. I don't want to do that, so that's okay. Let's see. Okay. So there we go. So yeah, so that's our roundabout. It's a little awkward looking, but that's okay. And we can check where are the intersections? Yeah, so we can check the intersections. Right now, I think it's okay to leave it as is. I don't think we need these to be, you know, lights. But as long as the traffic is flowing, which it looks like it is right now, then I think this is okay. Now, to make this look better, we can add some rocks and some trees. Oh, we reached this Boomtown milestone. So this comes with a new area. Airport areas. We have some transport buses. That's a big thing. Postal service. That's another big thing that we will have to work on. We have some industry specializations and some new policies. So yeah, we have a 4-lane. Oh, okay. I saw the trees, but that's for tram. Okay. And some new buildings. So yeah, so this is our little roundabout. And, it's a little bit better than what it was before. We also have these vegetation that you can place. It's kind of tricky with these, so I think I'll just leave that alone for now. Let's place down that postal service, though. I think this will be good for us. The postal service does come with noise. I like to put it in like a commercial area. This is an asset though, so like if I am going to upgrade this road eventually, I shouldn't put it on this road because it will prevent me from doing that. So I'm going to put it right here instead, and hopefully that will be enough space once we upgrade this road eventually, which it should be. So the postal service is sort of a new addition to the game. Does this come with the base game? Oh, okay. So it comes with the industries, I think. I think that's the industries. So you may not have this, but I think it's a nice addition to the game. I personally feel like it should have been in the base game because, postal service is so, it's a vital part of society. But anyway, I do like that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more industry, and yeah, let's start over this way. I think this will be good. So before we do anything, we should decide what kind of interchange we want. In the base game, there's a cloverleaf one, which is this, and this 3-way one, and these are good to do if you don't know how to do anything else. But they're both flawed, and it's really a matter of, I don't know, it's almost like, what's the point of putting these down if you know that they're gonna be a total disaster in the future, So but I think for the purpose of this tutorial, since this is for beginners, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with one of these because they do come with the base game. We can change these later on, and since this is only the second episode of the series, I think it would be better to only use what comes with the game. Let's look at our budget, and okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this $60,000 loan, and we're gonna use that. I think that will be good for us. Do it. So I'm just going to remove some of the highway here, and let's just go ahead and do the clover leaf. I know it's a double clover leaf, but I truly think that this is gonna be the best thing for now for us. I say that with a disclaimer. For now. All right. So let's go with that. Now the highway roads are basically just larger one-way roads. So I'm just going to connect that there. Now, since we made this, we will have to make a connection over here. I think this is going to be good for us though, because this will give our industry trucks opportunity to either come over here or they can come over here. I want them to come this way. I think this will be good. So now we will do, a similar thing that we did over here to make this connection. Before I do anything else, I think what we need to do is we're going to upgrade this road because this is a main artery in this industrial park. And this road will serve as the main artery over here to our connection, our interchange connection. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing that I did over here. We're not doing the roundabout. I guess that was a little confusing. We're not doing the roundabout. I don't think we'll have space to do this, but I just wanted to see if it would let me. No, it won't. That's okay. We have a 2-lane, which might work. That worked. So that is what I'm using. So now we are going to do the same thing over here, and we're going to start our farming industry. So this medium road here is going to act as our main artery to this area. We're going to make that same connection that we did over here. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and make this farming district. So I'm just going to open up my districts and I'm going to paint this. I don't think I'm actually going to use like this entire area for the farming, but I'm just painting this for now. I could turn up the size. That would be good, huh? Let's do that. All right, Holly Heights. Okay, now for our farmland, generally I think the 2-lane gravel road actually works pretty good, but there are some heavy traffic that will be happening over here, so maybe we won't use the gravel road. Oh no, I totally messed this up, but that's okay. We can still keep this. So if you have the Industries DLC, you would open up your menu and you would use this industry area painting tool. I use the normal district, which, it could be the same thing, but this gives you, this is what you will need to paint your district area for the specific industry that you have in mind. Okay. So Holly Heights would be our overall area district, while Orchard Zone is the district for this specific agricultural area. So then we go to this farming section, farming industry section, and then you have to place down this farm main building. So this farm main building, let's see, I think what I want to do is I want this to have its own little sort of street here, so let's do that, and I'm gonna place it right there. So that popped up some other assets for us. So that comes with an animal pasture, a crop field, and a fruit field. Now we have some other things here like this warehouse yard and small warehouse. I think I can, oh, the small grain silo. So let's start with the animal pasture. And, keeping in mind, these are pretty expensive assets. So you have to really, consider how much you want to spend in the beginning. So let's start with the animal pasture here. And then the fruit field is cheaper. The fruit field and the crop field are cheaper than the animal. So I'm just going to put that there. Let's do one more. And where was I? Okay. The silo, this can be used for storage. This is 6,000. So, and then let's see, how much are these? Okay, this is 4,000. So that's a little bit better. And then this warehouse is 8,000. So let's go with the warehouse yard for now. But these storage buildings, these are going to have a lot of traffic. So have to keep that in mind when placing these down, because cars or these, trucks are going to be turning into these storage buildings, and they will block your traffic. they just will. So I'm going to put this here right off of the road there. And then before we do anything else, we need to connect our utilities. So I'm just going to follow this road here. I'm not being totally exact, but this should help us. And then we need to connect our electricity. So this can be a little bit tricky trying to connect the power lines over over the highway, but yeah, there we go. Just placing that there, and we're going to unpause the game. Now this is saying that there are no there's not enough crops for the animals. Well, we have to cultivate the crops first. That's what we got to do. Now, and we can change the appearance here. So this one is the wheat. We have corn. I kind of like the look of that one because it's green. Cotton. Potatoes. That's what that one is. The greenhouse. I actually really like the look of the greenhouse. And then, and that's it. So I'm going to stick with the greenhouse for this one, and then this one will be the potatoes. Over here, you can change the look of your animals. I like the Highland cows. There aren't any here right now. There aren't any here right now, but there will be once we get in, some workers and everything. We don't have that yet. So while we wait for workers, I'm just going to speed the game up. And I want to put in a couple of really small commercial buildings over here. So I'm just putting this on the opposite side of the street. So we're just going to kind of wait and let that develop. And over here, we have to select what resource we want. And I think I will just do the animal products for now. And then we're going to stay on balanced mode. You can choose between balanced, fill, or empty. Like if your warehouse gets too full, then you would put it on empty so that some of the resources are emptied out or exported. So our commercial popped up really quick, so that's good. Let's see, have we gotten any workers yet? We have 12 workers over here. 11 workers. We have some workers coming, so that's good. So this animal pasture is waiting on some crops, and yeah, so the crops accumulate over time. And there's our cows. Now we could change this to pigs. Oh, there they are. Could change this to pigs or sheep. There's the sheep. And the normal cows. Actually, kind of like the normal cows. That's cute. There we go. So that's the start of our agricultural center. Oh, I've just been ignoring these people. Let's put in some more electricity. I'm not crazy about putting this down because it's only at 6 megawatts, but this one might be okay at 7. So I'm glad I got that loan because the money just got sucked up totally. So this does take, some getting used to with this system, but essentially what you have to look at it as sort of a supply chain. It is a supply chain. So essentially your crops feed the animals, and then the animals are used to make products eventually. Right now we don't have that. We're just selling this animal products, but like you can make refined animal products eventually. And so then those are exported out, and that's how your farm makes money. And then let's click on the menu here. So this just tells us, our production, how much we're making. And so you can see there, flour is an animal byproduct that we don't have yet because we don't have the building for it yet, but we'll have to upgrade our agricultural area, this farm, in order to get more money and get more money out of it. So this is telling you the total profit right now. We're in the negative because we haven't been around very long. And then so you have to produce more resources and get more workers in order to level up to the next tier. Oh, and then we can also, I keep forgetting about things, we can also set in some policies. So this one is improved logistics. This increases the storage capacity and processing buildings by 20%. This increases the upkeep cost of each building by 10%. This one is improved worker supervision. I like this one. It's a benefit, but it does cost 1 cent per worker. So, and then this one is advanced automation. I don't really use this one unless I have a lot of money. But that one might be doable, but I want us to have, more of a profit first before we do anything with those policies. So you can see how quickly the money is coming in. We're now at 21,000, so that's really good. And we have some death going on. That's what these skulls mean. So let me pause the game and let's add in a cemetery. So I'm going to put the cemetery right here. This is a good spot. The cemetery will pick up all of our dead people. Now, another thing you may experience in the game is you may experience a death wave. That happens when all of your residents are dying around the same time because you built the neighborhood all very quickly. So they're all kind of aging around at the same time, and they're dying at the same time. So we want to try to avoid that, but you can also mitigate that by placing more death care, so more more cemeteries. And I want to say this comes with an area of impact. Oh, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't tell you, but when you're looking at this menu here, you know, the bright turquoisey color is telling you what is like the area that has good access to this cemetery, if that makes sense. So if anything was orange or red, that means that they don't have easy access to the cemetery. Okay, now a couple of things going on here. So this is saying not enough educated workers. Usually this means that you need to place down more education. So right now we only have this elementary school. We need to place down a high school eventually, but we don't have the money. You just don't have the money right now. So once we get that in, we need to place that as soon as possible. So we did get this advanced wind turbine with our milestone update. This is not going to work. We aren't going to be able to use this. I'm really disappointed. This only works in water, and if it had enough production, it would be, you know, all dark turquoisey color for us to place this down. But you can see this is saying 2 megawatts. That's not going to do anything for us. I may have to just go ahead and put in this coal power plant. So let's do that. Now, before I say goodbye, let's go ahead and place a couple of streets over here. So maybe this will help support our farming industry with some workers. So I'm just going to make a really small neighborhood. So I'm just going to reduce some of this electricity down because I remembered that we were paying extra for that. Yeah, we definitely don't need to be paying that much. So I'm just going to put this down at 100%. So that should help us out a little bit. So this is exactly what I was wanting. Our industry is using this interchange, and they can go directly from this industry area to this industry area, and that is exactly what I was hoping for. So I'm really glad I ended up putting this here instead of doing the three-way interchange, because they wouldn't have been able to, you know, go so freely if I hadn't done that. Now, the reason that I put this little neighborhood here is to help us with getting more workers over here, because your workers, they will travel to, you know, their jobs, but ultimately they would like to be as close to their job as possible. So that's why I thought, this would be good to put in another, or at least start another neighborhood over here to help us support this agricultural zone. So I'm just gonna keep placing down. I think we can put in some more crops here. Let's go with this one. Let's do one more. And I like the look of those, so I'm going to leave those alone. Those are pear trees. And let's just check again what we need to level up. So we need to have, what do we need? Oh, we need to have 150 workers, and we need to produce 5,000 resources. Okay, cool. All right, guys, so we still have a lot to do, but I want to keep these videos, as short and detailed as possible. So I don't want to, go over an hour for these videos. And I'm at right around 50 minutes. So I am gonna say goodbye, but we have started some things here that I think will help us overall. We will definitely be adding more onto this agricultural zone, adding more to this neighborhood. We will need to educate more of our citizens, so a high school is absolutely necessary to do in the next episode. We've updated our roundabout here. It's a little awkward looking, but not bad. And I believe the next milestone is at, yes, 5,500. So that we can totally do that. And with that milestone, we will get, I believe we'll get office zones. No. Okay. We get tourism specializations, oil industry, new roads, some other new things with parks. And then I thought we got offices in that one. Maybe not. Anyway, but yeah. So that is coming up in the next milestone. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this series. I'm trying to be as helpful as possible in these, but I understand, not every video is going to be like, this is exactly what you do this step by step. But because I'm playing the game with you, I'm not making like a video that is totally 100% tutorial 100% of the time. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. And if you've been a subscriber, I really appreciate your support. And I just hope to continue to make really good videos for you. And it's a learning process. So thank you all, and I will see you in a week.